When I think of homelessness, I think about all the people that don't have a home, well, obviously, and how they're living in such bad conditions, and especially how the media views them and makes people believe and think that they're such bad people, and because of the fact that they didn't try hard enough, they didn't get a good education, which is why they're there, and because they're lazy and they can't do anything and they're just a hassle to our community. That is not true. Because of the fact that they never got a chance to do what they can. I know that there are some homeless people that are beyond helping, but you have to realize that not all of them are like that. That brings me to a story that I was told a few years ago, I believe, during the cold winter 2009 year. There was this one homeless woman living downtown, and it was really cold that year, right? If I don't remember incorrectly, but it was really cold that year, and she was really cold. She was freezing, almost, as they say, freezing to death, right? And she was really cold, so she asked a person for a lighter to warm up her mattress, right? She didn't really even have a mattress, but warm up her clothes and stuff like that. And what eventually happened was she lit herself on fire with that lighter, and she passed away. And that's such a horrible story. To this date, that I still remember it, is obviously a big deal. And I just feel that people that most people just jump to the conclusion that if you just give homeless people money, they're gonna spend it on alcohol or drugs or cigarettes, and like what I said before, that brings me to my previous point, giving them a chance. You know how there are those homeless people in these SkyTrain stations that actually do something for money, like play instruments, guitar, violin, they're actually doing something, and people just view them as, oh, they have nothing to do and you should never donate or give them any money and give them a chance. You actually can see homeless people trying to do something, trying to improve their lives, yet we just automatically think of them as not human, think of them as inanimate, which is really, really horrible.
So when homeless comes to my mind, I always think about the people outside there. They're not as privileged as us, because we most of people, or teenagers like me, we get to go to school, and we have a lot of friends and extracurricular activities, and sometimes we even have branded clothing and other stuff, or iPhones or smartphone or iPad and all this stuff, and sometimes we just want more and more and more. But sometimes I just think about how the people, the homeless people, all they want is a home. It's a place that they can feel safe, that they can enjoy their time with their family, and maybe have the privacy. Because when they're living in the street, the condition that they have is a lot really worse. And because of people have the stereotyping that they're in the home, homeless. They're homeless because they didn't work hard or didn't go to the university or whatever. The reason is that I feel like they don't respect them, and the homeless people don't have they don't have the pride anymore, because people just don't think they are human anymore. They just think that they're sometimes there's even less than a dog, I guess, because even our pets, we treat them really nicely, but some people, let's just take downtown east side, people just in the bars, when they go, they drink and they get kind of high, I would say, they, sometimes they just beat up homeless people for no reason. I think that is really bad, because there's they don't have a choice, because you're so privileged to have a car, a house, you get to go to places, and they can actually they just stay there. They don't have a lot of things to do, because they need food. They don't have a shelter. They actually need that. And I think we because we are so privileged, we should help them.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
What do you know about homelessness in general?
Homeless people in general?
Anything,
They're homeless?
right?
Yeah.
Do you think homelessness is a big problem in Vancouver?
I think mental health issues is a problem.
Right. And what have you personally done for homeless people? Anything at all?
Me?
Yes.
Nothing.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
No,
Hey, how's it
bye.
going?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
All we want to do is ask you 3 simple questions.
Okay.
First of all, what do you know about homelessness in Vancouver in general?
Wow, you have time for this?
Yes.
Well, that it's only a managed problem and never addressing the root causes. All we're trying to do is consistently put band-aids on it.
I see. What do you think is a good solution to this kind of problem that should be done by the government?
Stop the poverty industry from living off of the homeless and the drug-addled and the mentally ill. If we're talking about the downtown east side.
Right.
If we're talking about lifestyle choice, that's a different nature of homelessness if that's what you're talking about. Which one are you talking about?
Just homelessness in general, so everything you said is
okay.
valid.
Okay.
And last but not least,
Yes.
what have you personally done towards homelessness, if anything?
Been nice to every guy I meet in the alley.
Right.
Talking.
All we want to do is ask you 3 simple questions.
Sure.
First of all, what do you know about homelessness in general, if anything?
Yeah, I know a little bit. I mean, that's quite a broad question.
Right.
Can you be more specific?
In
about
Vancouver, specifically.
this? I know it's quite a big problem. We have a lot of homeless people,
Right.
probably more than the rest of the country, because I understand that homeless people from other provinces gravitate here because of the warmer climate.
Right.
So we end up with more homeless people here than other provinces do.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, and you?
Pretty good, thank you. I want to ask you a simple question. What do you think the government should do in order to solve homelessness?
Well, I know that a couple of years ago, a lot of the mental institutions closed down, and a lot of those people ended up on the streets. So I think they need to reopen them in order to have so those people aren't on drugs on the streets. 'Cause
Right.
they're just there and they're not doing anything.
After watching the video, you may ask yourself, is there anything that I can do to help them? What can I do to help them?
One thing you can do to help is just let homeless people know that people care about them. Next time you're in downtown, when you walk by a homeless person, give them a smile, ask them how they're doing. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really brightens up their day.
Another thing that you can do to help them is by donating. You can donate almost everything. It means a lot to them. You can donate your old backpack, your clothes that you don't use anymore, and even your shoes. Wait, never mind.
Another way you can help is just give them really small spare change, even a quarter. Think about it. If everybody gave a homeless person 1 quarter, how much money would they have?